Reasonable searches. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects citizens from illegal searches and seizures, um, which means that if the evidence is gained illegally, it'll be inadmissible in court, and that's called the fruit of the poisonous tree. So if let's say the law enforcement comes to your house with a search warrant, and the search warrant was obtained by lying about why they thought they had probable cause, or whatever reason, whatever they lied about, then the evidence that they acquired, even if it's actually proof of the crime or a crime, can be thrown out in court. So usually, excuse me, a search warrant is required to do a search, but there's exceptions, like if evidence is in plain sight, like if you're sitting in your car, and you have an open beer bottle and it's sitting on the seat next to you, that's a plain sight exception. And there's something called exigent circumstances. So if like a bomb is about to go off, or something really horrible is going to happen to someone imminently, um, then that's an exception to needing a search warrant. Um, if you're a private citizen and you're working for law enforcement, that's known as an agent of law enforcement. In that case, you also need a search warrant. Um, and a search warrant is not required if law enforcement is not involved in the case. Examples are like if the excuse me, if your employer searches your computer, um, that might not necessarily need something like a search warrant, because it's a private citizen. But the employer needs to make sure they're following all the applicable laws. But they don't need a search warrant for that kind of thing. But they definitely want to let employees know that at some point they may search their computers, and have them sign some sort of documentation that they understand what the rules are at the company. So that or those are reasonable searches.